Welcome everyone. Today joining me is my high school friend Seiji. Seiji is super smart, innovative, and definitely going places in the future. Seiji is a man of many titles. He is currently a web designer, having worked with beauty brands to non-profit organizations, an online marketer and entrepreneur with his own brand, Aurik Elfriede, which specializes in Apple accessories, including luxury frames for AirPods. Alongside all of this, he is studying software engineering. I'm super excited for today's chat as I'm not very tech savvy, so I'm going to learn a lot of new things from you. Welcome, Seiji. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me. This is like I think my second time being on a podcast, so it's gonna be exciting. So
Yes, I'm
yeah, I
so
can't wait.
excited to learn about the man himself, Seiji. I'm very
The
excited.
man, the myth, the legend. Let's go.
So, before we get into it, could you briefly explain your role as a website developer, online marketing entrepreneur?
Okay, so we'll start up with website designer
Yeah.
because I feel like there's a difference between what a website developer does and a website designer.
Yes, tell us that
Because
because I don't know myself.
so Yeah. So the main difference is what a web designer does is he or she takes care of like the UI side of the website. So he or she takes care of the design. So a lot of like the structure, the layout, the different fonts, the colors that go into the website. So if you see something on the website, that's what a web designer does.
Mhm.
And the developer is the person that takes care of the background stuff. So someone that takes care of the functionality. So if you like press a button or something, it would go to that specific link that that it says. So if you go to like if there's the website says it goes to Facebook, the link goes to Facebook.
Mhm.
That's basically the web developer's job to you know make that function come into like fruition. So for my clients, I do mostly both of those things. And the second one was online marketer, and I think that's very self-explanatory. So I'm just gonna get into what it means. It's basically someone that advertises a product or service online. The third one is entrepreneur, and I feel like that's sort of like a loose term that people like give themselves nowadays. But I define it as someone that has started their own business and and put some financial capital into a business and risked monetary value for profits. So yeah, so that's why I put it there, because I obviously started my own business.
He has his own business, Aurik Elfriede, which I'm probably saying wrong, but it's all
Nah,
right.
it's fine, you're getting it right. That's good.
That specializes in accessories for AirPods Pro. How did you come up with the idea?
When I used to work at JB, I used to like take care of like the audio section, so I was like organizing CDs and all that stuff.
Mm.
And I used to get like a massive discount on audio accessories because I work at JB. So I
Well,
was obsessed with getting the latest like products. It, like boosted my interest in audio. So
mhm.
like recently at the start of the year, I bought the AirPod Pros because I really wanted to use them like to go out and like because like I play a lot of basketball, so it's very physical. So
Mhm.
I wanted something that was like really portable and sounded good as well. But then I sort of like had problems with it because it was irritating my ear. I was only using it for a few hours a day because it wasn't really comfortable for me. But then I sort of saw an ad on Facebook about like one specific fix to that. So it was like a memory foam ear tip from this company from San Francisco, I think, and they do a lot of electronic stuff. So I saw their ad on Facebook, and it basically was a fix for my problem. So
Okay.
I literally bought it straight away, and I tested them out, and they like solved my problem. So that's like sort of where I got the idea, because this was like a problem that this was a product that solves a problem. If I want to buy this product, maybe a lot of people also want to buy this as well. So that's sort of why I came up with my business, which is basically similar to what the business that I saw was selling. So memory foam ear tips for AirPods, and also accessories for the AirPods Pro as well.
So
So
it definitely seems as though you have a point of difference in your business in such a niche industry. What does Arik Alfred offer that is different to your competitors?
okay, so the most important part, I guess, is the price. Most of my competitors like price their products way too high. It's probably because of the stock problem that they have. So they actually have to like order, from their supplier from China, and they have to like ship it to, maybe the US or something. Most of these businesses are from the US,
Yeah.
so they actually have to keep stock. So that means they have to pay for warehouses and stuff. I don't have to do that because my supplier ships directly to the customer, which means I basically slash half the price of what other competitors are offering. So that's why that's the main point of difference. The second one is basically the quality as well. I always like make sure that like we find the best like foams for accessories. So my foam is like, I'm not gonna say like expensive, but it's very high priced compared to the other foams that competitors have, and they just price it higher because of the overhead costs. But compared to other competitors, they're basically more expensive, which means better quality. That's like the main point of difference between me and my competitors.
So I know there's the foams, phone cases. Could you just run through
Yeah.
quickly the line of products that you have on your website?
So I've got a few iPhone cases that I'm thinking of selling right now, and the theme of my website, if you because you've probably went on it, is like black. So it's carbon fiber and like sleek black, high quality products. So I've actually got I don't know if I can show this, but like I've got this case, which is basically a carbon fiber case.
Oh wow! Yes.
It's like made out of like Kevlar and stuff. So it's
Wow.
half 50% carbon fiber and then 50% Kevlar.
Amazing.
So it's like very durable. So this is what I'm like currently working on. I'm gonna put like my brand on the back, and I'm gonna package it in a carbon fiber box and all that stuff. I always like want to like make the customer feel good when they receive the product. So that's why like I always offer the packaging is always premium on my products. My memory foam tips come in a really sleek package. I might send you a sample actually. If you buy AirPod Pros, I'll send some over to you.
I need some head, so I'm gonna buy some AirPod Pros and then I can use your phone. I actually
You know what? I actually spoke to Miss Forniotis earlier this year. So before I started web design, I spoke to her because I met her like at a restaurant. So she was like there with like a bunch of her friends. We discussed about like how like to start up a business again, because I sort of like I didn't forget, but like I just needed my memory to be refreshed. I asked her about how to set up a business and stuff, like how the taxes for different types of businesses work, and what I needed to do for my web design business. So she gave me a lot of advice, and she told me to just do it, just if you want to start a business, just go for it, just take the risk, because it pays off. And thank God that she told me that, because that's what I really needed, that like boost to just just do it.
So alongside your business, you're a web designer and developer. If I were
Mhm.
to develop a website for my business, where would we begin? So how do we start that process?
Okay, so what I usually do for my clients is, so they message me from it can be from Facebook, from Gumtree, from Instagram, because I've got an Instagram page as well. I've got a Facebook page, and my bio is on my website. And so they usually contact me, and we like discuss their business through phone. But I feel like it's better to just meet someone in person. So that's why when I get a chance, I usually meet them at like a cafe or a restaurant or something, so we can like discuss more about their business, what their goals for the business is, and what they want to achieve with the website. So they could be a service business, who just wants to like upload their portfolio on the website, or they could be an e-commerce business, selling a product online. So you need to like basically get to know the business first before actually making the website. So I feel like that's the first step.
Okay. Yeah.
The second step, if the first step goes ahead, the second step is usually like the design phase. So what I usually do is, if you probably don't know about this, but I usually use a program called Adobe like XD. Adobe XD is basically like Photoshop, but like more interactive. So you can like make the design of a website there without even building the website.
I did not know that. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, so I usually what I do is, I take all the information from the first step, what the business wants from the website, and maybe like a few inspirations from other websites as well. And I'll build that into maybe 2 or 3 different prototypes. And after I build the prototype, I usually send it over to the client, and they choose between what prototype works best. And if they like one prototype, and then they have things that they like from the other prototypes that they want to put in as well. So they usually tell me that, and then that's basically it. And I'll move into the third step, which is basically building the website.
Wow. So how long does it take roughly to build a website for a business?
So it depends on how big the business is. Like, it depends on how much information they want to put in the website.
Yeah.
So, but usually, a lot of businesses want like at least maybe like 3 or 5 pages for their website.
Yeah.
So usually that takes me about 2 to 3 weeks to get done.
Oh, wow. Nice.
But I usually tell them, it would take longer because, I want that leeway.
I learned something new. I didn't even know you could develop a website on Adobe. So from your website, I've counted that you've worked with 9 different companies, and you said just before there's some more that you've been working on, but not up there. Do you have a favorite website that you've worked on?
You put me on the spot. I have 2. So my first one is basically my current business right now, because that took a lot of time and effort from me, because I really wanted to get it right. So I spent about I think a month just doing like the 2 pages of the website, so the product page and the home page.
Wow, yeah.
So that really took a lot of time, and there was a lot of passion put into it. So I feel like that was like that's my favorite website that I built. The second one is if you've seen my projects page, I've got this client from Cairns. They're like a solar company. It's called Green Cell Energy.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That's also one of my favorite websites to do, because it was such a good business. They basically sell renewable solar panel energy, solar panels, and also like hybrid systems and all that stuff. So it was a very fun website to make, as well as it was an interesting business to just build a website on, because it was so unique for me. It was a very different business. So I really like doing that. And yeah, those 2 are my main ones. So
for those that do check out his website, it's very simple, and you'll see all of the projects. And the projects range from fashion to beauty brands to concrete into I think a real estate agent. I don't know. I think I saw that.
Yeah.
People. So I'm going to give you a shout out. If anyone needs their website developed, he's got it.
Just come to me.
The next question. So where do you see the next 5 years taking you in the world of entrepreneurship?
The thing about online business is it's not that reliable. So sometimes, the sales can be different from time to time. You can make money or even, break even sometimes. So my goal, sort of in the next 5 years, is to build more stores, so that I can have a reliable income stream from this. So, if one of my stores doesn't make money in in 1 month, I can have another store that, is doing good, or I can have multiple stores that are doing, good. So basically, my goal is just to have a sustainable income stream, with numerous businesses. I want to diversify my, my income, so I can have a reliable, stream. So
yeah,
definitely. So that's basically the goal.
And what are the projects you're working on, if you can tell us?
So right now, as you know, I've recently been interested in doing streaming and all that stuff. So what's really popular right now is the lights. decorations for your room. So that's why I sort of started making a store like related to lights. So like lighting for your room, decorations and stuff. That's why this product was really like eye-catching to me, because a lot of people have been asking me like, as soon as I got this,
Yeah.
people were like, where did you get them from? Like, I want them, did you, how much were they? They've been asking me a lot of questions about the product. So this product right now is very popular, so I want to like get into that, make a decent brand that can be well known. I want this to be like a staple brand, so if they see this light, they would relate back to my brand. I just want to get in early before people start doing it, so I can be the first brand to be known for this type of like lights. And that's basically my strategy for most of my businesses. Just get in first, and basically be the pioneer of the industry. So
Yes,
so
definitely.
yeah.
For example, your Aurik Elfriede product, how many people, different outsourcers were involved in creating the product or making it come together business?
Okay. All right. So obviously the first person will be me, because
Yeah.
I like design and develop the website. And most of the things that I can do, I usually do for the website. So yeah, so me, and then the second one is the supplier that basically fulfills the products. And he usually has access to the store, so he can see all the orders that I go through. The third person will be someone that edits the videos together for the ads, someone that makes the renders for the product for the video. The fifth person is someone that handles with customer support.
Okay, yeah.
So someone that answers like emails and like customer inquiries. And yeah, so usually 5 people.
Wow.
And like the thing is, I try to do some of every single job. So
Yeah.
I do some of the support as well. I answer emails sometimes. I try to edit videos, but I'm like really not good at it, so I might as well have someone else to do it. So
So the next question is, what piece of advice would you give to someone that is interested in starting their own e-commerce business or becoming a website developer slash designer?
Okay. So the first one would be, okay, e-commerce. So if you want to start your own business online,
Yeah.
I feel like the best way to start is to just look at YouTube videos about starting your own businesses online. And I feel like there's a lot of like free resources on YouTube that you can like find to like get you just to start, working on an e-commerce business. There's a lot of like really good YouTubers. I might send you a link later as well for people that do the same like business model as me. So I do drop shipping,
Okay, yeah.
which is the business model that I have for Aurik, and also going to be on my other stores as well. For becoming a website developer, if you want it as a job, um, I feel like I recommend just going to uni and then finishing a course. But if you want to do it as a freelancer, you can have the same advice as the first thing. So watch a lot of videos on YouTube about coding. I don't think there's a lot of coding involved in website development, because I feel like most of like the website builders are really easy to use. So like someone who doesn't have experience in website development can just basically learn as they go. So yeah, if you're interested in website development, if you actually want it as a job, go to uni. But if you want to be a freelancer like me, just watch a lot of tutorials online.
Amazing. So yeah, so it's just basically about educating yourself, I feel.
The same for every single thing that you want to do. If you learn something from a course that is like 10 years old, I feel like it's not going to do you any good. So it's actually, for me personally, it's better to like learn online from reliable sources that have the latest lessons and courses for you. Yeah.
Seiji said, I'm going to, when he sends me some videos, I'll upload some of the links to the caption. So everyone that has gotten inspired from this talk, have a look into it. Maybe it's something you want to pursue because it does sound very
Mhm.
interesting. Maybe I'll pursue it too. So it was your birthday recently. So happy birthday.
Thank
And
you, thank you, thank you.
you hosted a 24-hour charity stream on Twitch, and all donations
Mhm.
went to the charity Save the Children. How did this all come about?
Okay, so I think I mentioned this to you before. Like I started streaming like 3 to 4 months ago, I think, and I really didn't do much at home because of the lockdown and all that stuff, and I was just basically bored, so I wanted to do something different. So and I met a few friends online, and they were all streaming as well, and the main purpose for them for streaming is to just meet new people.
Yeah.
So I started doing it, and I've met a few people that were streaming as well. And one of my friends from Sydney, he was streaming, and he was doing a 24-hour challenge on his stream, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it was really interesting to just do, because it's it was, first of all, it was fun.
Mm,
Second of all, it was just something that I've never like heard of, I've never tried before, so I would like just really wanted to like see if it works, or if it's as fun as I saw it on his stream.
yeah.
So I did it on my birthday. um I really didn't plan it at all, so it was sort of like just you know a bunch of different things all put together in like in one single day.
Mm,
But a lot of my friends really had fun, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and we raised a lot of money for charity. We raised about, I think, $700 for
wow.
the Save the Children Foundation. The charity Save the Children, they do a lot of projects in the Philippines.
Oh,
So
really?
that's why it's really close to my heart, because I grew up in the Philippines, and I see a lot of like disadvantaged children there. So that's why I sort of picked this charity as well. So yeah, it was just good to like see something positive come out
Mm,
of that stream as well. So yeah, it's very personal for me, because when I was like raised in the Philippines, I see a lot of that. I was fortunate enough to be raised, with my grandparents. My grandma raised me, but like in the Philippines, you see a lot of stray kids on the streets. They don't have any home. So like giving back to this organization just mm, just made me happy, because it's
mm.
something personal. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I'm glad that a lot of people donated, and you donated as well. A bunch of my friends donated. So yeah,
So
thanks everyone for donating if you're watching.
hopefully, when you do go back to the Philippines, maybe you can even help out those children. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's my goal as well, just to give back as well. If I'm financially stable enough, that's gonna be the next step of just helping kids from my hometown to like
Mm,
give them a proper education. We find them a proper home, or
mm.
something like that. So I want to do some of that in the future as well, definitely.
Amazing. Well, I'm sure you will because you're going to amount to amazing things. So we'll go on to the next question. Something a little bit less businessy because I feel like we've been so involved in business.
Oh,
We say relax now.
enough with the business talk. All right.
Talk relax now. So yeah, with everything you do from running your online business, designing websites, and studying, what do you do to unwind?
Okay. So I do recently. I've been doing a lot of physical activities. So I've been running a lot.
Mhm.
I feel like keeping in shape in this time is very important. So I usually go on a run once a day. I play basketball as well. So I do a lot of physical exercise. And other than that as well, I play a lot of games. That's why I'm streaming as well. So that's one of my hobbies, just
Yeah.
hanging out with friends, just playing games. I've recently been building PCs.
Oh, that's exciting.
So I'm trying to like build a new PC now. So that's gonna be, if
That's,
you're interested in seeing that, watch my stream.
you said this before that your streaming on Twitch is like you've developed a community and new friends from that.
So it's basically a community that share the same interests as me.
Oh,
So it's just all my friends, all my I in real life friends, and all my online friends as well in the same spot. So
Nice.
it's just a big community, and we're continually expanding. And yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, I'll probably send Evangelia the
Yeah,
link as well.
send it all to
And if you
because it's nice.
yeah
For those, I would say that feel very disconnected during this lockdown where we can't really see our friends, we can't go out. So I can imagine people feeling very disconnected, but it's nice to feel connected in a way through the internet online with your friends. So I'm
yeah
definitely going to put the link below. I know you are a basketball fan. Which team do you support in basketball?
I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this, but I support the Oklahoma City Thunders. They've been a really horrible team in the past 3 to 4 years right now, because ever since like one of our best players left the team, it all just went downhill. So it's very embarrassing to say that you're an Oklahoma City fan, but I've been loyal for I think 10 years now. I've been following them for about 10 years, so I haven't changed up a bit. So I'm still loyal. So
I think you're a Lakers fan. I don't know why. So have I seen you with a Lakers shirt on?
no, you've never seen me in a Lakers jersey ever. If you're wearing a Lakers jersey, you're not. It's not because you're a fan of the franchise. It's because you're, a fan of a single player. So no, because the thing is, Kobe, if you know, he recently passed away. I think this year, early
Yeah, I
this
know
year.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like
Like,
I needed to get a jersey like that as well for his memories, because he's really been like my idol for ever since I was young. Because growing up in the Philippines, like basketball was like a very important part of life, and that was like basically one of a few sports that we play, and a lot of it's also a community as well. So
yeah,
and he's basically like the model of that basketball community. So his death was really like painful for everyone, especially for me as well. Like when I heard the news, I actually like broke down in tears, and I like cried for like a whole hour, just thinking about like the influence that he had on me, and probably a lot of other people as well. So yeah, it's he's done so much for the community for basketball as well. So
the legacy he created, it moved people. So you didn't have to play basketball to know
yeah,
and did within the community.
his career basically transcends basketball. His mentality is very very unique and very motivational. So that inspired a lot of people, including me. And yeah, he'll be remembered forever by everyone.
Next question. This is a bit of fun. This one. Have any superpower, what would it be?
Okay, so I've thought about this for
Whoa.
a long time. And the thing is, normally a lot of people say, okay, invisibility or like superhuman powers.
Yeah.
Like as you should, because it's like it's something it's something big. But for me, to be honest, I just want Spider-Man's powers, which is
Woo.
basically swinging around different buildings and stuff like that. Because I used to be like obsessed with Spider-Man. You don't even know. Like when I was like 7 years old, like I had like a birthday party and I was dressed up as Spider-Man.
No way. Oh my goodness. I love
Yeah.
that.
And yeah, I'm like a big Spider-Man fan when I was young.
You say if you became Spider-Man for a day, what would be the first thing you'd do?
I would just basically use the web slinging capabilities and just like swing around different buildings. That's like I feel like for me that's like the most fun thing to do.
Well, last question is what's your favorite quote?
It's actually from so the quote that I have with me right now, it's from a movie. So it's
Yeah.
from a movie called Coach Carter,
Yeah.
which is basically it's basketball related. So if you've seen the movie, you'll probably know the quote that I'm going to say. The quote that I have is it's our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. So that's basically a quote that stuck with me forever, ever since I watched the movie. And it's not even from the movie. It's from an American writer. I think her name is Marianne Williamson or something, and she's like a philanthropist.
So how is this quote relevant to your life?
Okay, so this quote has basically influenced me in most of what I do, especially speaking with people. When I came to Australia, I basically had to learn English from the ground up. So this quote relates to me in a way that it's, with my anxiety around, speaking with people, like, because I used to have a lot of like anxiety with talking in English
Mm.
because of that, because I feel like I was, not good enough to speak the language, and I was really shy because of that. So this quote really helped me, it gave me a new perspective on things. Your deepest fears is that you're not inadequate. Your deepest fears is that you're powerful beyond measure. So
Mm.
it's showing that you can improve on what you already have, and it's showing that you're good, even though you're not as good as people that are native at speaking
Yeah.
the English or another language. It doesn't mean that you can't improve.
Yeah.
So it just shows that you can improve, and you can be better than what you were before. And I feel like that's very powerful for me. And it's had an impact in my life, and how I think about interacting with people.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think your English is amazing. So just for the record.
thank you.
And it's amazing that you can speak two languages fluently. Like there is false evidence appearing real. So that's the end of the podcast. Thank you so much, Seiji, for taking your time today to join me. It's been so informative and very inspiring. So I'm sure everyone watching is definitely going to take something away, including myself. I've learned so many new things about you and what you do. So the future, I already said this, the future is so bright for you. So keep doing you and follow your dreams, because you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Before we finish off, do you have any final words you'd like to say?
Mhm. So I'd like to add on top of that. So if you guys, whoever is currently watching right now, if you want to know more about, starting your own business and like becoming a website designer, you can go on my Twitch as well, because I'll be adding more stuff related to that. So a lot of people have been asking me about starting my own like YouTube channel and like tutorial channel. So I'm gonna be doing that like on stream. I'm gonna be saving like the clips to I'm gonna be putting it on YouTube. So
No?
if you're interested in doing if you're interested in doing the same things as I do, you can just watch my streams, and I'll basically teach everyone as I go how to build a store and stuff. And I'll be doing my projects live on the stream. So if you're interested in that, I'll send
Yeah.
Evangelia the link to the stream. And yeah, if you're interested, yeah, just maybe drop by and say hi. And yeah,
And be part
uh,
of the community. So
yeah, and be part of the community. Exactly.
that's admit, so I'm definitely going to add that in the caption. So for anyone watching, please click on that. Seiji is such a lovely person, so you feel very welcomed. And thank you so much, Seiji, once again. I've said thank you 100 times, but I am so thankful
Thanks
for
for
having.
having me. I really appreciate it.
No worries. And it was so much fun. So yes, well, till next time.
Till next time.